Helm, personal trainer, yoga instructor at the JCA, and today I'm going to take everybody through just a nice general morning wake up yoga flow to kind of get the body moving, get the mind at ease before we start our busy days today. So we're going to join on our mats and we're going to begin. So we're going to start by laying on our backs. Kind of take a minute to gather yourself. Breathe as we hug the left knee into the chest. Start nice few ankle circles. Good. Take the time, circle the other way. And we're going to carry that circular motion into our knee. So interlace our hands behind the hamstring, behind the knee, and nice fluid little gentle knee circles. Kind of wake up the joints as we prepare to carry the movement to our muscles and shortly. Now we carry those motion to our hips. How relaxed can you have your legs be right now into your hands? Maybe close the eyes, feel what's going on inside the body. Take a moment, circle the other way. Good. Keep our hands behind the hamstring as we extend our leg all the way up to the sky, reaching through the heel as we point and flex the feet. May hear a few little ankle pops, but that's okay. It's the body just waking itself up. Good. Maybe we climb up our leg just a little bit higher, not trying to force anything too much because we're still just waking up. And then slowly release the leg back down. Now take a moment to pause, see if you can feel the difference between the left and the right leg, or whatever leg you just went through those motions with. And we begin on the other side. Starting with a few little ankle circles with that foot. How fluid can you make these circles? And maybe can you still maintain your breath with this movement? Take time, circle the other way. Good. Now we interlace those hands behind the hamstring in between the knee, and nice fluid circles in the knee. The knee is a hinge joint, so you're not going to get a lot of lateral rotation with it. You'll just be nice fluid. Just start to kind of just bringing fluid into those joints, lubricating the joints before we start creating more movement in the body. Good. Now we carry that motion all the way to the hips. Nice fluid hip circles. Good. Pause and we circle the other way. Good. Now we extend, reach through that heel. Maybe pull that leg in a little closer, point, flex the feet. Maybe take a little circle motion to it as well. Circle the other way, whatever feels good to the body. If you can maybe climb up just a little bit higher on that leg. Good. Gently release back down. Take a moment to pause, and we're kind of heel toe our feet outwards as let the knees fall in as we relieve a little pressure on that lower back. As we take a few moments just to breathe here. Get in tune with our body. Good. We're going to take our right leg and cross it on top of our left thigh as we gently press that knee towards the front of your mat. And as we do this, you want to inhale and relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. Inhale and relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. Now you may notice that opposite hip may try to stick out to the side as we do this, but make sure we keep that hip in line with that heel. So inhale, relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. Good. Inhale, relax. Gently press that knee away. Good. Now we're going to keep our right foot where it is. We're going to hug that opposite knee into the chest if we can. Interlace in front of the knee, but if you need to behind the hamstring, that's okay as well. The big thing is you want to keep those shoulders, neck, and head nice and relaxed. We don't want to be cringing up in here. If you're somebody whose head is sticking up just a little bit, you can place a block or a pillow behind your head so you can help stay in a little bit more relaxed position. Because especially this morning, we don't want to force anything. We're just still trying to create warmth and heat inside the body and a little bit of movement. So you want to stay relaxed as possible. Maybe you just rock a little side to side, making your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhales. Good. Still keeping the right foot on top of the left leg. We place that left foot back down to the floor. We're going to kind of make heel toe our left foot to the right side of the mat as we let that other foot fall down to the floor. Now if you can, grab a hold of that foot with that knee, and what we're going to do is gently press that knee and leg towards the front of the mat, creating space in the front side of that hip. And breathe. Here we're going to inhale back up to center and gently release the leg. Let's see what the comments are saying. Morning therapy. Good. Now we reverse to the other side. Left foot comes across. Hand on left knee. Remember, nice inhale, relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. Inhale, relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, gently press that knee away. A lot of times when we try releasing tension in that body, that tension tries to escape one area of the body and move somewhere else. So sometimes we carry that tension in our shoulders or in the jaw and our eyebrows. So make sure we try to relax and surrender all areas of the body as we do this. Good. Now we're going to keep the left foot where it is across the right knee. And we're going to hug that right knee into the chest. You can either interlace your hands in front of the knee or behind the hamstring. Either option is okay. You just want to make sure you're able to keep your head, shoulders, neck relaxed and surrendered onto the floor. And good morning to all those that are just joining. See, there's more comments. I just can't read it from this far. Maybe you rock side to side, massaging that lower back. Gently release that hand. Now we're going to heel toe our right foot to the left side of the mat, and we're going to let that left foot fall down to the right, creating a nice gentle twist. We're going to make sure we send this knee that's on top towards the front of your mat, creating space in the front of that left hip. And relax and breathe. Again, just a reminder to relax the eyebrows, relax the jaw, relax the tongue off the roof of the mouth. And breathe. Good. Inhale back up to center. And gently release the both feet back to the ground. What is that? Hi, Gisela. Bon dia. Good. We want to keep now the feet hip distance apart, knees up towards the sky. Have a nice inhale, and as we exhale, release both knees down to the left, creating a nice gentle twist. For those of you that are lonely like me, you can take your hand, massage that lower back, release any tension you may be carrying in that area. Always inhale back up to center. Exhale, fold the other way. Again, you can take that opposite hand, massage that lower back if it feels good to you. Good. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, let the knees fall the other way. Now you can do a few more at your own pace and your own rhythm. Just always remember to always inhale back up to center. Exhale, fall to the other side. You can hang out on either side for as long as you please. Just make sure you leave yourself enough time to balance out both sides. Inhale back up to center. Good. And relax. Once again, we're going to hug the knees back into the chest. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. Massage that lower back. Keep both hands on your knee. Move around gently in a little circle. Circle the other way. Good. Release the feet back down, hip distance apart. You want to have your heels in line with your hips, both of your toes pointing forward, arms by your side. And we're going to come up to a gentle bridge. As we do this, we want to inhale, hips come all the way up. And exhale, slowly roll the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. And we're going to repeat. Inhale, hips come up. Exhale, gently roll the spine back down. Good. Two more. Inhale, hips come up. Exhale, roll the spine all the way down. Good. Last one. Hips come up. As we inhale, exhale, slowly roll the spine back down. Good. Just to kind of balance out, you can hug the knees back into the chest. You can swing those knees side to side, whatever feels good to your body. Good. As we come up to a seated position, you want to be able in a comfortable seated position. You can place a block underneath your hips. That helps. But we're going to work a little bit into our shoulders and neck just by starting nice little shoulder circles up and forward. Releasing tension you may carry in the neck and shoulders. Reverse the other way. Squat up. Good. Now we're going to take our left or right arm, doesn't matter. We're going to extend it all the way out to the side. As we do this, I'm going to keep my arm in the picture. You really want to make sure we act like we're pressing the wall away from you. We're curling those fingers back towards the body, extending out through the palm of the hand. And as we act, this is the active pose. We're not just sitting here relaxed. It's a constant act like we're pressing the wall away. And as we do this, we gently release that opposite ear down to the shoulder. Inhale back up. Exhale, drop that ear to the shoulder. Now if you want to create more sensation, all you do is move this hand back just a little bit more. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, drop that ear down to the shoulder. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale, drop down towards the shoulder. Now if you want to create more sensation in the back of the neck, all you do is take your chin, turn it over your shoulder, still actively reaching through this opposite hand, and drop that chin down to your shoulder. Inhale back up. And drop that chin down to your shoulder. Good. Inhale back up. Chin back to center. We're going to curl our hand. Hand comes on top of the shoulder. And we're going to reach. We're not really focusing on how far can we lean to the side. We're thinking how much can we extend our armpit up towards the ceiling. Creating length in our side body. Making sure we maintain that same hip down onto the ground. As we inhale, create space to the whole side body. And relax. Good. Maybe you notice the difference between the two sides as we prepare to balance them out. Good. Now we're going to extend, reach through the right hand. Oh, see my hand still. Extend, reach out through the right hand. Just a reminder to keep the fingers curling towards the body as we extend out through the arm. As we actively reaching out, and slowly exhale, drop the ear down to the shoulder. Good. Inhale, relax. Exhale, drop the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale the head back up to center. And just a reminder, if you want to create more sensation in the neck, just move this hand just a little bit back behind you. And exhale, drop the ear down to the shoulder. Inhale, relax. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, relax. And if you want to create more sensation in the back of the neck, just a reminder, turn that chin over the shoulder. And exhale, release that chin down to the shoulder. Inhale, release back up. And exhale, chin down to the shoulder. And inhale, back up. And release. Now we're going to curl that right hand to the right shoulder as we create length in the side body by extending the armpit up to the sky. And just a reminder to keep this hip down onto the ground. We may have a tendency to try to rock that knee and hip up. And reminder, we're not trying to see how far I can curl over to the side. It's about how much can I extend up to the ceiling as I create space to that side of the body. Maintaining our breath. Good. And inhale, we rise. We're going to come forward onto our hands and our knees into a tabletop position. We want to make sure we keep our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips. As we inhale, drop the belly. Inhale, gaze rises. Still creating length at the back of our spine as we inhale for a cow. Exhale, round the spine up to the sky. Tuck the chin to the chest for a nice cat position. Inhale, lift, create length throughout the spine as we extend through in our cow position. And this time in our cat, we're going to hold our cat position as we exhale. And we're going to shift back and forward in that cat position. Notice when your weight is more forward in the cat position, you feel it more in between the shoulder blades. And when you're back, you feel it more in that lower back. So you want to play around with it, see what feels good to you. Everybody holds tension differently in their body. Good. And relax. Now we're going to come to a nice gentle twist to thread the needle. We're going to inhale the palm up to the sky. We're going to extend it through here, through that little window as we drop that shoulder down to the ground. Maybe reach that right fingertips forward as you create a nice gentle twist linking up underneath that armpit. Good. We're going to bring that right hand back underneath us as we press up, reach that left arm back up to the sky, and back down. Now we reverse sides. Inhale, arm lengthens up. Exhale, thread the needle through this little window as we drop that shoulder down to the ground. The weight should be bearing more on the shoulder and not tension in the head and the neck. If you need to, keep your hand right here to help alleviate some of that pressure. Or if it feels good to you, you can reach that left opposite arm out to the sky as you create more of a twist, looking up underneath that shoulder. Good. Bring the hand back underneath, press back up. Bring back the balance and breathe. Good. We're gonna come to a wide knee child's pose. I want your knees wide, feet come together as we sink back to our hips, arms come out, and we're gonna place our forehead either on a block or on the ground in front of us. If you're somebody who has a lot more tension in your lower back, you can place a block behind your knees to sit back down onto it here. Because whenever you have your support, your body trusts it a little bit more just to relax and go a little bit deeper. Okay? And breathe. Good. Inhale the hands back underneath you as we press ourselves up. Back tabletop position. We're going to start gentle, a little stretch in the hamstring and our calf. We're going to extend one leg back. We're going to keep that foot on the ground, and the opposite knee is gently going to hover as we lift up, get a nice little calf stretch. Good. Knee back down, opposite knee back down. Extend the other leg back. Gently lift that knee up, create a little stretch in that calf and those hamstrings. Good. Knee back down, knee back under center, tabletop position. We're going to come to our first downward dog of the day. We're going to tuck our toes back beneath us, and we're going to extend our hips back to the back of the mat. Up and forward, making sure we're extending or pressing the mat forward with our hands. We have the creases of our wrist parallel to the front of the mat. You don't want those hands turned out to the side or inward. You want to keep it nice and parallel towards the front of the mat. As we press the mat away from us, and breathe. Maybe create a little movement in your down dog. Start pedaling one foot at a time. You can sway those hips side to side. One of my favorite is bending the knees, still keeping the hips up and extending those legs. Maybe bend those knees and extend the legs. And breathe. And we're going to inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee in between the chest. Inhale all the way back, creating a little bit of heat inside the body. Exhale, knee in between the arms. We're going to do one more. Inhale, leg all the way back. And this time we're going to take a big step with our right foot all the way forward. Now, as we do this, if you have a pair of blocks by you, I highly recommend that. You can also have pillows or other support that you may have in your living room or on your back porch like where I am now. And what we're going to do is create a little bit of movement with our breath. We're going to go from a lunge back to a runner stretch. But as we do this, we want to inhale, chest up into a lunge. Exhale, shift those legs back, toes come up to the sky, round the back for the hamstring stretch. And we're going to do this for a little bit more movement at first, and then we're going to go into the longer hold because we're still trying to create warmth throughout the body. So inhale, come forward to a lunge. Exhale, shift all the way back. Good, two more. Inhale, come all the way forward, lift the chin and chest. And exhale. As we do this, we are not trying to go to our deepest and full potential. I highly recommend still keep it about 50 or 60%. And do not push yourselves right now until we get a little bit more warm. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Okay, this time we're going to remain forward, tuck our left toes back beneath us, and we're going to pick our knee off the ground, and we're going to do very gentle pulses as we do this. We're just going to let those hips fall, relax, inhale back up. So just nice little quick pulses, creating more stretch through those hip flexors. We got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Knees down, come back to the runner stretch. Our toes are lifted in front of us. Now we're going to act like little small pulses as we're getting our chin out towards the front of our knee and over our toes. It's not going to happen, but that's the movement we're going for. So create length and just nice gentle pulses. Pressing through the ball of the big toe of the right foot. We're not trying to take it to our deepest yet. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back forward. This time, as we come into our lunge, we are going to take the same elbow that's on the same side of the leg that's forward, and we're going to bring it down towards the ankle. Inhale, twist up to the side. My back knee is down on the ground. I'm not lifted up yet. Exhale, elbow down. Inhale, twist up to the side. So create a little bit of movement as we stretch. We got 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Now we're going to still keep our foot in front of us as we shift our hips all the way back. And this time we are going to round our spine, tuck our chin in as we gently fold forward. And this time what we're going to do with our foot, we start off with the flex, and all we're going to do as we maintain this rounded spine position, chin to the chest, all I'm going to do is point my foot forward and curl my toes back. You may feel this either from all the way in your back, all the way down to your heel. It's an amazing stretch. Point the toes forward, curl the toes towards the face. Point the toes forward, curl the toes back towards the face. And 2 more. Point the toes forward and curl the toes back towards the face. Last one. Point the toes forward and curl the toes back to the face. Good. Now we're still going to keep that same leg that's in front. I know we're doing a lot, but don't worry, we balance itself out here shortly. We're going to take a block or whatever you may have, like a little table, whatever you have, on the same side of the leg that's forward. And we're going to inhale, create length to that side as we extend that arm, create length to the side body. We're not necessarily shifting our hips forward. We're just still staying nice and tall. And breathe. Breathe through these ribs. Good. Inhale back to center. And we extend back again for another runner stretch. Except this time we're going to keep a block on that left hand or the side that's not forward, as we're going to spiral and turn our chest to the leg that's forward. So I have my right leg forward, so I'm going to turn my chest towards that leg. I'm still actively pressing through the ball of my big toe and making sure I'm not having that hip stick out to the side. You want to send that hip back towards the opposite heel to square off the hips as we spiral towards that leg and breathe. Actively pressing through the ball of the big toe. You can keep your gaze down, it's easier on the neck, or you can have the gaze follow the body or gaze up towards the hand and breathe. This stretch you're going to carry more to that IT band, the outside of that leg, and breathe. Good. Now we're going to inhale, come back forward. Right leg comes all the way back around. And this time, let's go knees together, feet together, as we fall back down to a nice, relaxed child's pose and breathe. You can have your hands back out behind you to the side or out forward, whatever is comfortable for you. And breathe. Noticing a difference between the 2 sides as we prepare to balance itself out. So now we're going to go opposite, whatever leg you didn't do, you're going to go that leg forward. For me, it's my left leg. So my left leg comes forward, and just a reminder, we're going to take it through round of 5 of breath with the movement before we go more into the static hold. So we're going to go inhale, hips come forward. Exhale, toes come up, nice stretch. Good. Inhale, hips come forward, gaze comes up, create length of the spine. And exhale, all the way back. Good. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, all the way back. Good. Inhale, come all the way forward, last one. And exhale, all the way back. Good. So the first one, we're coming into that nice low lunge. We're going to tuck our toes behind us. Knee comes off the ground into small little micro pulses as the hips come down. and back up. Relax, let the hips release, and lift back up. We're not forcing the hips down, we're just relaxing and surrendering. Let those hips fall, press and extend back up. Hips fall, press and extend back up. Last one, hips fall, press and extend back up. Knee comes down to the ground, shift those hips all the way back. Keep those toes flexed. Press through the ball of the big toe. And this time we're going to keep it flat back as we gently try extending that chin and chest over that knee and towards the feet in small little pulses. See, and you're only taking about 50 or 60%. I'm not trying to get my chest all the way flat against my leg. You want to be kind to yourself. Take care of your body. Maintaining your breath. Just a reminder, relax the shoulders, maybe relax the jaw, relax the eyebrows. And 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to shift our hips back forward. Maybe heel toe that foot a little out to the side as we take that arm that's on the same side of the leg that's forward. That elbow down to the ground. And inhale up, twist. Exhale down. Come up and twist. Down. Come up and twist. And down. Come up and twist. And 2 more. Down. Come up and twist. Last one. Down. Come up and twist. Good. Now we're going to extend those legs all the way back. Come into that nice runner's lunge again. And this time as we do it, we're going to round our spine over our leg. Our chin tucks in towards our chest. As we square up those hips, sometimes that hip has a tendency to stick out to the side, but keep that hip in line with the opposite heel. Keeping that rounded spine, chin tucked, all we're going to do is point the toes down and curl the toes back towards the face. Point the toes down, curl the toes back towards the face. Point the toes down, round the toes towards the face. Last 2, point the toes down, curl them back. Last one, point the toes down, and curl back. Good. Shift those hips forward. Keep a block on this, or a table on the side of the leg that's forward. As we extend to come up and over. And breathe. Inhale back up. And extend those hips all the way back. Press through the ball of the big toe. We're going to take a block on the opposite side of the leg that's forward. Place it nice and tight. Keep the block underneath your shoulder as we prepare to spiral and twist towards the side of the leg that's forward. I like keeping the gaze down because it's easier on my neck and on my shoulders. As I spiral my chest towards that side, pressing through the ball of the big toe, and breathe. Inhale those hips forward. We're going to send the left leg all the way back as we prepare for another child's pose and breathe. Kind of maybe close those eyes, internalize the sensations throughout the body. Notice how the body is generally becoming a little bit more warm, a little bit more relaxed. And breathe. Inhale back up, come to another seated position. We're going to come cross-legged. We're going to come into a nice gentle hip opener. So keeping those feet crossed, if you're somebody that has a little bit tighter hips like myself, it's always important to keep either like a block or some support underneath your knees unless you're able to get your knees all the way down to the ground. And we're going to inhale, create length in the spine. Exhale, extend that chest over those legs. If you have more pillows around you, I can't, they're out of my reach right now. Inhale, create length, and exhale, just relax over those legs. Try to completely surrender, trusting the support beneath you. A lot of time that tension in our hips tries escaping into our neck, into our shoulders, into our jaw. So just a reminder, relax the shoulders, relax the tongue off the roof of the mouth, relax the eyebrows, and breathe. Sometimes we extend our hands in front of us. We act like we're pressing our hips back. That'll carry the tension more into the hips instead of that lower back. And breathe. And we're going to inhale back up to center. Still keeping our legs crossed. I'm just turning so y'all can see me. Keeping the blocks underneath the knee. We are going to relax. Maybe come down to the elbows at first. If this creates enough sensation for you in those hips, maybe you hang out here. But for those that want to chase more of a sensation, maybe you're able to lie all the way back down onto the mat. So keeping those legs crossed and relaxed. As we create space in the front of these hips, we restore a lot of our emotions. And breathe. Whatever leg that's in front or on top to come out of this, we're going to extend that leg forward first, and then the other leg, maybe shake out the legs, roll over to the side, press back up, and we got the same thing with the other leg forward. So whatever leg you had in front, just switch that out as we prepare to do the same thing. Inhale, create length in the spine. Exhale as we fold all the way down. Not trying to go to your deepest, just nice and relaxed. If everybody has like some more block or more pillows, you can stack them up. Just relax and breathe. Still in the mornings, trying to create warmth throughout our body, little movement. Release tension. We may be holding unnecessary tension and our worries in our body that we may be storing. As we press our hands onto the ground, as we inhale, lift back up, as we prepare to lay back. Reminder, just keep the blocks underneath the knees unless your knees are fully of support. Remember, you can start by leaning back. If this is what's comfortable for you right here, maybe you can stay here. If those are able to come down to the elbows, come on down to the elbows. For those that want to chase more sensation, maybe you come all the way down to the ground. The biggest point is when we're able to relax and surrender at whatever stage you are. And breathe. Whatever leg that's in front or on top, we're going to begin to extend it in front of us now. Maybe shake out those legs. We're going to walk those knees up towards our body. Come back to another gentle twist as we inhale, create length. Exhale, let both knees fall to one side. Maybe that gaze goes to the opposite side as well to create a little bit deeper twist. And we inhale back up. And exhale, fall to the other side. Inhale back up to center. Press ourselves all the way up to seating. Now this last pose we're doing for our final Shavasana is one of my favorite active poses. For those that come to my normal yoga class Wednesday nights at 7 at the JCA, this is something I always conclude the practice with, and it's an exercise I like to call a serotonin release. What serotonin does to the body is a chemical that's released in the brain, is essentially like a happy hormone. It promotes a sensation of change, a sense of growth, a sense of relief. Whatever brings joy, creates love in the body, is what serotonin does, is like a happy hormone. And especially during times like this, it is always good to find ways to produce more serotonin throughout the body instead of cortisol, which is your stress and your anxiety. So more serotonin over cortisol. And but the way we do this in this practice is through laughter. And as a child, you tend to laugh about like 7 to 10 deep belly laughs a day. But as we get older, we tend to lose that laughter because life's coming at us from all forces, especially times like this. And so it's always good to take a moment and find something to enjoy. Now, the way we do this is you can either have your hands behind your hamstrings or you can come into a happy baby. The way we're going to do this is nice inhale, and we're going to roll all the way down onto our back as we let out the biggest belly laugh that we can. Now, I understand this may seem awkward. If you're with me right now, there's nobody but myself and the woods out here, so there's no judgment. If you're doing it with family, it can be kind of fun seeing your other family members do it as well. And it's one of those things, if you feel uncomfortable about laughing, that's perfectly fine too. As we do this activity, just see if you can imagine yourself, visualize seeing yourself laughing. Even though you may not be laughing, maybe have your eyes closed and you're just dreaming of yourself creating this laughter. Or you notice that if you're able to create a fake laughter, that fake laughter turns into a true, genuine laugh. So the way we do this, we're going to be onto the side. And after we do this, you just want to laugh for as long as you can. And then we are going to carry into our final Shavasana right after. Okay? So it's sitting up nice and tall as we prepare to create this laughter. I like doing the happy baby one myself. And so it's a nice inhale and roll back. Into our final Shavasana. Whew. If you're still laughing, go ahead and get out those last little giggles. If there's any poses we didn't do today, go ahead and feel free to do it now. This is just a general warm-up that I do just about every day. If you're looking for more strength, more fire, you can do a couple crow, handstands, headstands, or go into whatever workout you want to do in the morning. That's fine. But for those that did this morning, this is perfectly fine to do as well. And so we are going to carry back to our Shavasana for at least 2 minutes. You want to get in a comfortable, relaxed position. For me, if you have a wall beside you, it's kind of good to sit as close to the wall as you can and pop those feet up on the wall for a nice little restorative inversion as we reverse the blood cycle. Let the blood flow back into our vital organs, to our brain, into our heart, as we relax here for about a minute. You'll begin to start bringing movement back into the body. Extend those arms overhead, let those feet fall to the side. Curl onto your side as you press yourself back up into a seated position. arms maybe feel a little bit more warmth. Body may feel hopefully better than when it did when we first started onto the mat with me, but I appreciate y'all tuning in. For those that came in, this video will stay onto the fitness pages if you want to revert back to this every morning for a little gentle yoga morning routine, or at night before bed. This routine works both ways, but I hope you'd enjoyed, and namaste.